play because they had gained tour cards at a time where they'd already qualified for Lakeside and they'd be giving a one-off to go and play. And trust me, that will never happen again.
Well, Brian was one of those players, wasn't he?
Cameron Menzies as well.
He got through to the semis and lost that game against the Frenchman, Thibaut Chacol. But Jensen here looking at double 8 for 2-0 lead and the break of throw. He's looking so assured on that.
But at this stage, when we were talking at the top of the show, Henry, we saw Roman, we saw Finn and Evans tied as favourites for this group. 60. I know we maybe are only 1.5 games into round one, but so far it's the bottom 3 of that list that are having the best of it. So when we said it's very unpredictable, we meant it. 58.
Well, unpredictable probably is the story of Brian Roman's 2024. At his best, he's still got a sparkle about his game, but he hasn't been able to find it on as consistent a basis as he was a couple of years ago. There's been a lot of injury problems for Brian, particularly as he dropped off tour. He's had surgery to fix that. He came here a few weeks ago for a finals night when he was playing in Selsey. I had a chat with Brian about how he is, how his game is. He said he's beginning to slowly but surely build back into the player that he was a few years ago. There's been glimpses, there's been signs this week, and finishes like that, an indication that the Riddler is beginning to fire at full boost and full turbo like he did a couple of years ago. He's got to break back with a ton check out. He's back to 2-1.
100. One of the benefits of playing so many darts in a week like this is you can figure out what's going right and what's going wrong. At the start of yesterday's session, we thought that when Brian was leading the table, that his biggest challenge was himself, not everybody else. If he could handle the situation well, he could have won the group. It didn't work out, but that's maybe not a bad thing. He tumbled from 1st to 5th. If you're a glasses half empty kind of person, you'll say to yourself, well, 60. That didn't go very well, did it? However, the gift is that he sunk into the bottom 3. And he now gets an extra couple of games on Thursday and Friday to get more information.
Bringing home to life with the Cotswold Company. Discover our range at cotswoldco.com.
You making that trouble with Brian Fulwood. You know what I'm talking about. I said it not just because it's got the same name as the dog from Family Guy, but it's because of his whippy style of throwing the dart. In fact, they both got that quality. If you look at the way the dart comes out of his hand, it's like he could do an Indiana Jones. And look at the hand of Jensen Ward as well. That whippy front wrist. If you look at Brian's wrist, there's more rigidity in that section of his arm. This is something I believe that Jensen will focus on in years to come. That wrist has got to be quieter. If it's constantly bobbing back and forward, you're going to lose consistency.
98.
But this game at a bit of a crossroads point. Roman unable to lead himself on the finish following that previous turn.
60.
And Walker unable to do so there means that the Belgians got 6 starts on here to open up a 3-2 lead in this contest. And he's going about his business really, really well. Leaving himself for the double after 12. And it looks like Roman is beginning to put on the afterburners here.
81. Right,
He's too young to play afterburner, Henry. So are you.
Game shot at 50.
You might be right. He's definitely finding something hot. The average has climbed towards that of Richard North. He won 4-1 in game 1. Yes, Afterburner was the game that John Connor was playing in Terminator 2 when he was being chased down by that T-130. But in that game, behind the cockpit, or in the cockpit of the plane, you've got to go fast and effective, and that's exactly what Brian Roman's just done.
Walker chasing, and he has built this game down to Walker's pace.
Sometimes you can get swept up in a game. He might feel that way.
96.
So taking the extra couple of seconds there, good sign of maturity.
But Roman's one of those players, because he plays at such a turbo pace, it's so easy to be caught up in a tailwind again.